Pretty dark start. Going to put a little repeat here. I've muted out this FM lead, it's a little bit coarse. I think I'll carry those on into the next state as well. At the moment I've got that as a ghost part, and I don't want that as a ghost part, or the bass. Let's see about that. I kind of quite like that. I'd like a ride cymbal for that second 8 as well. I wonder where I put those. God, I wish I could remember. Maybe I'll get what I want in here. Electronic. Percussion. One shot. And I'm looking for a ride cymbal. That's not one. Okay, we'll do it a different way. I'll grab a copy of Battery and export one out of that. How does that sound? Maybe a little easier? Didn't mean to load it. That'll do. And what note is that? And that's on C1. So I'll grab the pen, jump down here. And set that up. I thought that seemed pretty snappy. Okay. Whoops. Should be here. Perfect. Let's take another little listen to the whole thing. Bounce that out. I'm not going to need anything else apart from that. So I transform to audio track. From state auto tail. That's all fine. Maybe I'll put some sort of reverb on there. Have I got one? Yeah, cool. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so I feel like I want some kind of like rising up thing here, which can be tricky to get exactly how we want it. What am I going to use? I'm going to use Falcon, I think, if I can remember how to use it. It's been so long since I did any production at all. Extreme Effects is always a good place to start in Falcon. That'll do, why not? I'm sure I can get something going on with this. Okay, so what does this sound like? And specifically, it's those couple of bars there, maybe 4. We'll call it 4, and I'll do a fade in. Yeah, I think I can get something going on with that. I want a line of attack. Less release. I wonder if I can, yeah, perfect, snap to grid. But I don't think I can actually make it quite as I envisaged, which is to have it as a actually 2 beats, but nearly. And now we'll mess with the pitch. It's sort of getting there. Obviously what I need to do is put in some crazy delays. Where is it? Here. So I'll put in some delay on this and that will help it seem less abrupt as it ends. I think I'm going to go for a 1-4. I'm going to have a load of feedback. I'll keep this ping pong section here. About 50%, that will do. That should be about right now, I think. Maybe slightly too stereo still. I'm going to cut out some of the bottom end on it. Back to a lot of the bottom end. I don't really want bottom end on that. And also I feel it kind of just needs a bit more volume. Not that much more. That's nice. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to bounce out this Hoover because that's on Diva, so that's just going to use a load of effects, power. There we go, that's all bounced out, and I can use them again if I want. I'm only ever really going to use it like that. Ooh, what am I doing here? Nice one. That's not quite what I meant, to be fair. I'll bounce that out again. There we go. Move all that across again. Move all that across again. Work on a different kick drum fill this time, I think. Yeah, I can go with that. I'm pretty happy so far. So what I'm doing right now is kind of checking out what I've done. Giving myself time to listen. So that's a definite break there. And I am changing what's happening there as well. And I wonder if it would be better to not have all of it coming at once. Maybe bring in the snare at bar 49. That makes the shaker sound weird, so maybe cut that out too. Keep it really minimal. Yeah, I can go with that. Now, I'd like this lead here to sort of shut down over these 4 bars, otherwise it's a bit abrupt how it fades out. So let's have a check on exactly what's going on the channel. Yeah, there's no filter or anything on this, so I'm going to put in a filter. I'm just going to use the standard one that comes with the program. Auto filter. That will be fine. Let's have a little play and see how it sounds. I'm not expecting a huge amount of gain difference. But of course I'll have to put it on the right channel for that to work. There we go. I think we can work with that. Okay, so automation. Show hide automation. Add remove. It's going to be on the audio. It's an insert. It's an auto filter. Filter. Cutoff. Adds. That works a lot like Cubase in this program. Nothing too drastic or challenging. And I think I want it to be sort of shutting down all the way through. That should be about enough, I think. Let's see. I'm pretty happy with that. Going to turn off the automation on this channel. And not turn it off, I'm going to hide the automation. Show hide automation, there we go. That's good. Now we're going to want some sort of lead-like thing, and it's very sparse at the moment. Kind of like dark prog. Let's see. An old favourite. What key am I in? I can't even remember. God. I'm rusty. Yes, I started this tune probably 8 months ago. I'm not sure. I'm in D. Cool. Maybe not 8 months ago. No, not 8 months ago. I started it in August. So, probably 5 months ago I started this tune. And for one reason or another, I stopped writing it for a little while. But now I'm back to it. There's way too much bass in that, but I quite like what it's doing. Oops, didn't mean that EQ. It's a power hog. Remove. I'll just put on this. Go with this EQ, I normally go about 48 dB, and for low cut, I normally go at about 75 Hz. This is pretty bassy though, so. Let's get some filtering going on. Oops. That's why it sounds weird. I'm not exactly at 57. There we go. Cool. Sometimes you just can't beat the square wave. Maybe a bit of drive. And of course they're always a different one. Weird. Why would I want I never understood why it's like that. I wonder if I can fix that there. Yeah. There we go. That should fix it. I knew it can't fix it. Okay, we'll do it the hard way. I'm looking for a bit of light distortion. And for some reason the FX units are different in massive between FX 1 and 2, and I can't be bothered to reprogram the phaser. I doubt I'm looking for something as aggressive as that, so I'm going to go for an amp. That would be good. Still a bit much. Yeah, it's doing something I like. In fact, I wonder if I might not be happier with please just follow me. I might be happier with a bit of the older Hey, thanks for hosting me. And following. Cool, thank you. Sorry, bit of a delay here, and I need a second monitor. I wonder if I might not be happy with a different delay in here as well. It's a bit crappy, the one I've got. There we go. I think that sounds a bit better. Yeah, definitely. It's quite stereo though. Pretty mixed around there. So let's see how that sounds from the off, so to speak. You don't want to go into things too quickly, otherwise it will sound forced. Definitely happy with that sparser opening. It's more of a background aid. But I can definitely work with that. Let me get some filtering on it. Better before the distortion. So I'll go back to synth. Fortunately there's two filters here. I'll set up a second low pass, about there. Okay. In which case we'll put it in here, as it's not going to play nice. Filters. We'll go for the Pro filter. I'll put it in there. I don't need that, so I'll get rid of it. That'll be fine. And I'll get rid of that second filter I put in on the massive. Jump back into Guitar Rig. That's better. Somehow it's not quite right yet. I wonder if so my problem is I'm getting too much fluctuation on the sounds, and I think it might be because I've done it with an LFO. If I set this up differently, if I go trigger random, I think I might get nearer what I'm after. That's more like it. And maybe a bit of glide. Yeah, Zam, maybe a limiter would help. You might be right. Yeah, I think that's better. Cool. Okay, we'll set up a different sound now. I want some kind of movement sound to provide movement as we go through the this section. Probably up to some kind of fill around 57. I think we got a drum fill, but it's not much. Yeah, okay. So at the moment, I'm very much into Falcon for these kind of fills. Sound banks, extreme effects. I want an atmosphere. Bank A. That'll do. I'm not looking for much sound. I'm just sort of looking for a little bit of fluff. That's no good. That's not the sort of sound I was after. Rumbles. I forgot how it works. Okay, we'll reload it. That'll be simpler. Group track and instrument. Okay. That I can work with. Now obviously there's a huge amount of bass there, which we don't particularly want. I'll rewrite in the MIDI. And I can't remember, there we go, 57 was the number, so 55 to 57. Okie doke. And I'm also going to add modulation to this. We'll go with a new key group. That should be fine. Stick a big old attack on it and sustain way up. And release all the way out, so essentially it's infinite. Let's see what's happening with that now. Just going to solo the part. Right, I'm going to cut the bass out because it's actually causing my headphones to distort quite badly. Dear oh dear. I think probably a shallower slope for this. Probably a bit too much, even. A bit too much modulation. But I'm kind of okay with that. Obviously, we're going to set up a big old. I have a big old reverb, so that's going to go on straight away. FX2. Lots of that, please. Now, the way I work with reverb is, for now, I've got kind of two channels. One is a room reverb on here, and I'll show you that. And that's literally just something very small which I use on percussion. And I also have a huge Valhalla vintage verb with an 8 second decay. But when I mix down properly, fully, I will give each channel its own specific reverb. That's too much volume. I'm also going to put on some delay, and I don't want a space echo kind of delay, I just want something kind of so. Still too much bass in that sound, incredibly. Something like that, maybe? Can't hear it at all now. There we go, that's better. Get the fill sorted out on that bit. Ooh. And also I think we're going to, so I'm going to bounce that because it's just a kind of very small audio effect. It doesn't need loads of work on it. And I'm going to set up some kind of payoff as I go into the next 8 bars, and that's going to be some kind of pitch drops effect. That'll be fine. It's just a very small noise again. I love the sound of aliasing. Just great on my ears. And I'm not going to go for that waveform, something different. Yeah! That sounds squeezy and weird. I kind of like it. Stick some verb on it. It might not even need. It might not need delay. This sound. Not that verb. But it will need some delay. I like the effect that verb is having, but it needs a little bit of something. I don't think I want it to be a stereo delay though. I'll keep it at I'm going to go down to 1/8, I think. Maybe even 1/16. Yeah, I like that. So let's get a little run into it. Perfect, so bounce that down. And I'll get a pad noise going on. What to use for a pad? Let's use massive. I haven't used massive for ages. And the way I use this pad, it's almost going to be like a lead because there's so little going on in the tune at the moment. No matter how small it is, it's kind of going to have a lot of focus put on it. No, obviously mixing it that low is going to be a challenge. You can hear how much clash there is straight away. So I need to immediately rip out a load of low end. Keep it steep and probably go slightly higher. Probably around there. Oh, it's very fizzy, but there's no low pass filter on it yet. That can work. Course routing. Okay. 59. Set up a slow attack on the cutoff. Give it a huge release. And now I'm going to push all of that out wide in the stereo field. More than 5 and it starts getting a little silly. Yep, that's getting there. Probably more like that on the oscillator. still want it to open slightly more. Still not an aggressive enough rasp at the top. That's kind of more it. Yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll stick in a flashy delay on this. And I absolutely love the tape echo delay. Love it in Guitar Rig. That's going to be a nearly kind of full. That's going to be if you go above 7 in terms of whoopsie. Not sure what I did there. Yeah, if you go above 7 on this plugin's feedback, then it starts self-oscillating or getting louder, which obviously is not ideal. What have I done there? I think I managed to split it in somehow. I don't think that will make any difference though. Let's see what happens with this. That's pretty cool. We can make it cooler. Again, that can have a load of verb. That's a little much though, isn't it? Someone just did something, but I don't know what it was. I've got to figure out a better way of monitoring what's going on. I'm reliant on my phone to Yay, thank you Falcon, thank you for following. I've got to figure out a better way to monitor what's going on with my Twitch alerts. I need a second monitor, because if I have like a second monitor on here, then it will look really, really weird. Doesn't seem a lot I can do about it. What I would like to do, what I can hear quite clearly is that the plugin is running away on one side but not the other. Am I wiring these back to front? No, that's really weird. It sounds to me like the plugin... Let's watch it. Let's watch on the actual channel. That's really weird. Let's try now. I guess we're just going to have to live with that. I'm not sure about that noise. We'll keep it in for now. But I'm pretty happy with all that. That's a little too loud. Yeah, that's cool. still need something there, but I'm not sure what yet. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to copy all that out because I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to lose this part at this point because I've had that going for a long time. But I'll keep that part going, which is the acid line. And I also want a hi-hat at this point, I think. Just a simple offbeat hi-hat. Hi-hat open. I know I like 909 hi-hats, open hi-hats. Yeah. And I want that going out on a different channel in battery. So at the moment that's going out. Why can I never remember? I wonder if I even set this up to have multiple channels on it. Let's find out. So it's this plugin. There we go. And that's definitely working. So 65, I'm going to give this a simple open hi-hat. Scratch all that. Let's sort this bit out. Look at that. That should be fine now. And rather than use compression on it, we'll use the volume envelope. To shape it how we want it. Yeah. So now we got a bit more movement in the beat. How does it feel? there. And I've got this MIDI and I like it. These are loops of 4. I'm going to try and get something going on with another synth using the same MIDI or developing upon that MIDI so I have a sense of continuity but also development. That's the general plan. Why don't I go for a bit of my old favourite Diva? Multicore on. I'll take that copied MIDI. Ooh. I'll shove it down here. I'm going to mute out the massive just so I can get something going on with this MIDI. And let's see what I can do. For some reason it always comes transposed down. There we go. A little bit of filter FM. Screaming. I'll try a different filter. What was all that about? Something else entirely. Thank you very much for following me. Much appreciated. Okay. Give my ears a break from that for a second. That's really sad. And also the only JFK, thank you very much for following. Much appreciated. Stick a bit of delay on this, see if it sounds any better. Not quite what I had in mind. Okay, now I've got a patch I reasonably like. Let's work on the MIDI before we all go mad. Okay, I'll turn the massive back on now. At least I thought I did. There we go. And there's no great trick to what I'm doing with the MIDI, it's just mash it around and see what happens. Yeah, I've only been doing Diva not long at all. That goes to the E flat at the end, so I'm going to try and either go to the E flat, but I could also go to the B flat, I think. Where did I go? Yeah, something like that. That's old school. And we'll also get the hi-hat. What did I do with the hi-hat? There it is. Not the hi-hat, the ride cymbal. I think we'll definitely have a couple of them. So let's listen. School is best school. It needs movement, but it's getting there. This part, I know I've been listening to it for an hour now, but it's starting to get on my wick. I've had enough of it. So I had this filter on, so I can use that to gradually move it and move it away. I don't want it to be like full on all the time. There's no movement on it at all. So show hide automation. But I'm pretty happy with it so far at the moment. Add remove. It's an audio insert. It's in Guitar Rig. And it's called the Pro frequency. And let's get some kind of pad going in here. Maybe not a pad. This is going to be kind of like a hypersaw lead. I don't want the wavetable on. I want a little bit of pitch variation, a load of spreads. Bit more spread. Not sure about that. I want it to be legato, so monophone, bit of glide when it's not colour. It's over here. There we go. About there. That's way too much. Why did I do that? Losing it. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll get the gain under control for starters. Let's pull that right down. That's ridiculously chirpy. Going to do some very specific filtering tricks on this. So again, I'm going to go up with serial. So it goes through this filter, then this filter, then it goes out through the amplifier. I want a double notch on this. It's kind of almost like a phaser, but it isn't. And I've opened up that stupid window. There we go. So now I'm going to use LFO 5 to modulate the speed of LFO 6. Bit of distortion on that. Maybe down an octave. Starkey-log. The DAW I'm using is Studio One. It's a fantastic DAW, I think. About Studio One. This is what I'm using, Studio One. It's made by PreSonus. They're a fantastic company. And I would strongly recommend this DAW. It's got one or two issues. Which one doesn't? But basically, in operation, it's a lot like Cubase, but without all the focus on. That was a weird sound. Sorry, I thought I heard something. It's a lot like Cubase, but without all the focus on film stuff, basically. So there's and in fact, I think it was actually written by a member of the old Cubase team. It's got fantastic little things which I'm not using here, so you can actually get into channel modulation going on, which is lovely. Sort of like an analog mixer. It's got really good compatibility with all DAWs. It's got drag and drop throughout. I can just, if I find a loop I want, I can literally just drag and chuck it in. There it is. I don't know what that is, but I'm going to delete that out again. The only issues I've seen with it is that it doesn't like every single graphics card, so it is worth downloading a demo and seeing how yours gets on with it. I'm running a pretty simple setup. I'm just on my laptop, but it's got a fairly powerful graphics card and it seems fine. My thoughts on Cubase is fantastic. Fantastic program. I like it very much. It's expensive. But apart from that, I think it's a fantastic DAW. It does things that I don't need it to. I don't need all the focus on film work, stuff like that, time-stamped video and stuff like that. I just don't need it. I'm here to write music. If I move into sound design or something like that, maybe I think about that more. But at the moment, I don't need that level of power. And I don't need that level of investment either. That's getting it. That's about right. Okay, so how does that roll into the next area? Something else entirely. Within the sort of genre of music that I write, probably the most prevalent DAW that I see used, the two are, well, three are Logic, if you're a Mac person. Personally, I'm not, but it's a fantastic program if you are. The second one is Ableton Live, and if you're thinking of working with someone, if you're thinking of collaborating, I see more people use Live than virtually anything. Even people who don't like Live kind of feel obliged to know the software. And the third one is Cubase, which is kind of it's just how it's been forever. Those are the three big software DAWs. If you're thinking about doing collaborative work, and I strongly recommend to anyone that you should do collaborative work, it will make you a better producer, and it will make other people a better producer too, and give you more ideas about how to improve your work than you could possibly imagine. I would definitely recommend that you look at one of those three doors at some point. I'm with Studio One because at the moment I'm not particularly interested in working with other people. Things change, but because of that, I'd have to do it all in audio. It would be a nightmare. When I've worked with other people, the door I've used predominantly has been Live. Reason is also fantastic for that if you know someone who uses Reason, because it's all, not so much now, but for a long time, it's very predominantly one thing. You can just zip across a save file, and that would be that. It would be, you could share a project easily. So it depends. If you want to work with other people, then probably I'll go with Live or Cubase. But in terms of the DAW whose functionality I like, it's this one. It's Studio One. I cannot get enough of this DAW. It's fantastic. Yeah, FL Studio is also fantastic. Again, because there's so much integrated into it, just off the cuff, that it's so easy to share projects across. It's fantastic for that. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break. My ears are going. I've been going for about 2 hours now, and my ears are starting to go. I'm going to have a little break, think about how I want to continue the tune, whether I need to undo anything of what I've done. If I write for too long, then what happens is I start writing crap, basically. It all goes horribly wrong. So I need to stop, reset my ears, maybe do something else. I may come back and stream some gaming. Just move away from music for a bit, then have a little think, let myself develop my thoughts about what I've written rather than ploughing away at the same loop and getting sick of what I'm writing. So, thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope you've enjoyed it. I intend to be doing this a lot more. So, thanks for all your follows. It's my first morning streaming, really. I've done streaming once before. So, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for now, guys.